Hello, beautiful beings. I do definitely feel some resistance in myself when they say, let's make a video, when I feel like I look like absolute shit. I'm in the middle of a rebirth, but thank goodness I am aware that I am in the middle of a rebirth. I'm not in the middle, they're saying. I'm at the tail end. And on my birth to earth day is when I emerge fully. That's beautiful, of course. So it's only a few weeks. Yeah, it's nothing. Doozer and I are doing lake house linens right now. I was going to go see Ocean today, and I'm too exhausted. I still had more. And yeah, thank you, ancients. They're stopping me when I start going down a useless path there of verbal vomit. Okay, so just now I realized, I was thinking about, well, I was just talking to somebody and I said, yeah, cigarettes were by far the hardest thing I've ever quit. And the ancients just said, I said goodbye to her and then turned around and the ancient said, are you sure about that? Oh, I needed that. Doozer. Oh, I needed that. Obviously, marijuana is the hardest thing I've ever quit. But it's coming. It's going in the same place that cigarettes and alcohol and starvation went. We're going through a portal right now, they're telling me. Of course. Of course. The 2-2 portal? Is that the 222 portal? My YouTube whatever handle, I don't know what you call it, is at Mama G222. And so many times I hear channelers mention 222. I mean, it follows me everywhere I go. You know, whatever order they're in, they have followed me, the twos, because I was born on the 22nd at 2:22 in the morning. And my Chinese numerology chart said that twos represented, I need to brush up on that stuff because it was sure interesting. Twos represented relationship mastery. Yeah, and everything is a relationship. No matter what it is, we have a relationship with it. So, wow. Thanks, ancients. That really tickled me. I can think I know something. I just hear myself say it over and over, and it's the truth, because it felt like it was so incredibly difficult. I even bought a pack of cigarettes after I had quit. I'd been quit about 3 weeks, I believe, at that point. I bought a pack of cigarettes and called my middle sister, and I was just like, I don't know, how did you do it? Do you think I'm gonna make it? You know, can you tell me something to help me get there? And she said that magically, for some reason, at 6 weeks, all of the frustration ends. And she was right. I left my car at home, and because I was so in my head from the addiction, from just the obsession of thinking about smoking, I just didn't trust my car not to drive myself to the bar. And so I left my car home. I was walking out of the parking lot where I lived, and I threw those cigarettes. I had them open too, with one sticking out a ways, and I threw those into this empty city dumpster as hard as I could, and I walked to an AA meeting. And all that stuff has just been playing in my mind, these different scenarios, and quitting quitting smoking cigarettes was more difficult in a way because, wow, I hadn't even had my remembering experience yet, not even close. And so I was pretty raw. I didn't have the tools that I have now. And I've been finding, since I was on my knees, begging Jesus to remove the desire for marijuana just a few nights ago, I've been noticing every day now how, because I'm going to make myself keep using it. It's a reverse psychology thing. I can't really explain it, but it works for me. It worked with cigarettes, and this is exactly how they set it up this time too. I didn't know I was quitting on my birthday. I had no idea until a few days ago, until the morning after I prayed to Jesus. I woke up. I didn't even know right away, but then something happened, and I knew right away that I was quitting on my birthday. And, that's all set up for me. That's 3 weeks away from now. And so I've had this shift in myself because when I'm on my knees and I'm praying, and for me, for some reason, specifically with Jesus, I'm not religious, but I mean, you don't have to be. You do not have to be, period, to believe in Jesus, that his presence in your life. Like, no. So I know that when I get on my knees and I pray in all earnestness, I know that a miracle is happening for me. I can feel it. Same thing with drinking. I woke up on the morning that I was going, I was like 3 days after I'd gotten on my knees and, prayed about it. I don't feel like I can quit drinking on my own. Can you please remove the desire to drink? And then I heard, you'll be able to hear us better when you do. And I didn't even know about the ancients at the time. I had no idea. I didn't even know about the grandfathers, nothing. I had contacted one guide, and that was just so sporadic. I didn't have any idea how to actually access him. So with this, I'm so excited because when all morning, I didn't feel like using it at all. And I was just like, look at that. Just like 4 mornings ago, I couldn't wait to get gummies in my mouth. Now I'm just reveling in how much more quiet everything is. They showed me this morning how, oh wow, how using marijuana, unbeknownst to myself, was injecting the feeling of waiting. Still, the feeling of waiting is such a soul sucker. Oh, waiting for the person to yeah, that's one thing about intuitive tarot readers. A bunch of those channels, they're always talking about the guy that is thinking about you all the time and how he's doing his work and he just can't reach out yet. No, that's a soul sucking experience. I went through the twin flame lesson, and that was all about waiting. And I didn't realize that with marijuana, I've been just waiting to I wake up in the morning and not revel in where I am or anything. I would just get up, and within minutes I'd be eating my gummies, or I'd be looking at the time to see when I could eat my gummies. And then I was waiting for the effect. Yeah, completely out of presence. Waiting for the feeling of presence. They showed me this morning how, but I'm not saying there's anything wrong with using marijuana as long for the duration that we need to use it. I'm in the phase, obviously, right now where I'm being rebirthed out of it. It's being removed from my life. They just added at a cellular level. Okay, so that X'd out maybe it's just in my DNA thing that I said yesterday about the nature of addiction. No, it's not. Oh. So it's so crazy too, like just with alcohol, it wasn't 3 weeks. It was only a few days until I was sober from alcohol after I prayed. But with cigarettes, it was 3 months that I had to keep smoking. But it's so crazy because the desire is already being removed. And then keep using it, it doesn't feel anything like it did before when I thought I needed it. No, it's amazing. Beautiful. Doozer's hip's getting better. I don't know what he did to it yesterday. He was on his leash. It's not a chain. He was on his lead here, and the property manager showed up to read the meters, and he hit the end of his leash, and I think his hip went out. It used to do it when he was a puppy all the time. His hip would go out, and I would just like push on both sides, and they'd go in. And then he got a lot stronger because we were going hiking all the time, and so it went out yesterday, and I was just like, it was hard to just get quiet so I could listen to what's going on with him. Do I need to take him to the vet right now? And they just kept saying, no, he strained it. Like he popped it out of place. It went back in and it's just sore. And yeah, he's doing so much better today. So, all right, we're going to go put I just put it in the dryer. Oh my gosh. It's okay. So they want me to add this. I'm in transition also from the big vacation rentals down to 2 smaller ones, which is such a huge blessing. But right now I have a bit more of a heavier workload than I normally would in the springtime. But this is leading me into an easier phase of my life. Sometimes our point is, usually it feels like things get a bit more difficult. Oh, of course, just like birth, like labor pains before the new arrives. Of course it is. It's all like the gestation period, the 9 months, and then the whole process of labor. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. It's so fitting too. Did you know that? Yeah, so don't give up. If it feels like it's getting more difficult, that's where it's easy to give up, because it feels like whatever the it is getting more difficult. But it's actually a really good sign in a way, because that means that we are in active labor. And once that happens, it's only a matter of hours or minutes for some until the new is here, until they're showing me fully rooted. They're showing me those roots coming out of my feet, fully rooted into the new experience on planet Earth. And that, for me, my friends, looks like being 100% free of addiction. And that is something that I've been working towards for an incredibly long time. Literally 100% free of addiction. Anorexia is an addiction also. I think that's it for now. This was Song with Mama G and the Ancients and Doozer. I love you, Ocean. I'll see you next week for sure. Tuesday or Wednesday. We love you so much.